commitment during a meeting with the Vice President for Gender, Youth and Humanitarian Cluster, Rebecca Nyandeng Dimobior. Folbit Mading reports.
The resident representative of the United Nations Development Program, Samuel Doe, expresses UNDP's continuous support
in the private sector in our work on women's empowerment, which was manifested in one of the largest women's conferences held in Africa, and the first of its kind that was held here in South Sudan. We also spoke about the future of this country and her determination as a mother of South Sudan.
Their children tomorrow.
As a mother of South Sudan.
Their children tomorrow. And she is concerned about the impending drought. So we spoke about how solutions to that and how to ensure that people have a livelihood.
The two meetings touched on self-reliant programs and peaceful coexistence among communities, as well as strengthening relations with the UN agencies. Paul Bith.
Parliament asked today the agreement presented by the Minister of Justice and
Constitution to the use, development, protection, conservation, and management of the Nile River Basin and its resources, and establishes an institution mechanism among the Nile Basin states. The agreement also defines some terms in the agreement.
One of the high-level committee on renaming of Clement Imboro Bridge in Wau successfully completed its investigation. The committee's chair of the National Parliament says
civil society Muslimin baru kanuman fini, Yunumis kanuman fini, kullu nas sabila kalamu. Lekin hasi ayamurolekum arai bitakum mtu na duo kullu na raju. Bitakum.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Dr. James Peter Morgan, returned to Juba after participating in the COP28 UN Climate Change Conference in Dubai. Speaking to journalists at Juba.
COP28 was the biggest event in the world. So far, he still has not yet completed his program of meeting his counterparts and his colleagues, but because of our meeting also of the IGAD, which is coming up in Djibouti, His Excellency.
Dialogue on various aspects of employment policy. We understand that employment policies have an effect on the well-being of individuals,
government, trade union, employers in the policy making. Development need to create peace through.
I just want to mention actively consulting.
We are going for a break and we shall be back with more news in a short while. Do stay with us. Comprehensive assessment of South Sudan's fishery sector opens in Juba. The workshop Sudan's fishery sector opens in Juba. The workshop, organized by the government in collaboration with the UN Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, is discussing the challenges facing the country's fisheries sector. Isaac Ludoro Emmanuel reports.
The two-day validation workshop comes after 3-month comprehensive assessment study across the country on the fishery
sector is contributing in an enormous way, both from the humanitarian and from the development side on food security in this country. So it's one thing that we commit to do in 2024 to stock and fisheries.
The representative of the World Bank in Addis,
the fishermen, the community leaders, and also the traders and transporters and fish processors all over South Sudan, 10 states, and also 3 administrative areas.
An estimated number of 1.7 million people. Manuel S.
is based on ideas that are inclusive. Because it is a political process, there are many other actors that have interests. So why would the youth interest prevail? It could only do so.
As we started this journey on developing a youth charter, as the Undersecretary indicated, it will be good for you to Google and What is a youth charter? What does it mean for young people to come together in a group?
Converge in Rwanda to compete in various sport disciplines, according to Honorable Rutazana Francine, the chair of the Joint Preparatory Committee.
Now, EYALA is now collaborating with the National Parliament of Rwanda, and how far they are, I can say they are above 99%. When I heard from the delegations here in this last assessment, they are saying like Kenya will be with more than 400, Uganda the same, Tanzania the same. People, members coming from all partner states within their respective parliaments.
Valuable, including training grounds that were visited by the edition in Juba for the first time. The 13th edition marks the third time South Sudan's parliament will participate in the games. A delegation of over 200 participants is expected to arrive. Thomas, representing South Sudan's revitalized Transitional National Legislative Assembly in the Joint Preparatory Committee.
South Sudan is going to participate in almost all the disciplines in this 13th edition of 2023. South Sudan is going to participate in basketball, netball, football, volleyball, tug of war, Dutch. So we are ready. Our players, our team are ready to participate and win.
In the clean streets of Kigali, the interparliamentary games are designed to encourage interaction between members of parliaments from the regional parliaments.
With partners to boost humanitarian assistance. The UN official says the objective of the meeting was to identify challenges facing returnees and refugees and ways they could work together to address humanitarian situation in the country.
Refugees coming from Sudan as a result of the conflict to South Sudan seeking refuge and protection. We have also looked at humanitarian and resilience.
Inspector General of Police and Governor Sarah Cleto Asen Rial discussed the general situation in Western Barracks to ensure safe and free flow of traffic to prevent road accidents. Emanuela Joyce reports.
Governor Sarah Kelito briefed the Inspector General of Police, General Atema Rolbier, on the general security situation in Western Baral Gazelle State.
Today, this morning, I came to visit the new IGP and congratulate General Atem for his appointment as the new IGP for South Sudan. It's really a great honor.
Governor on his plans to tour the 10 states and the 3 administrative areas.
Honorable Governor came to congratulate the IGP for his new post and also to discuss Arab State and the current situation there. The Governor updated the IGP about the general situation in the state, and then also the IGP informed that he will be visiting all the states soon.
In a related development, the police chief met with the youth from Jonglei State in Juba on Wednesday. The youth briefed the police chief on the problems facing the people of Jonglei State with emphasis on the insecurity along the...
And we have also come to appreciate him on the ongoing operation with the niggers.
In a separate development, the Inspector General of Police, General Atem, directives during a visit to the Traffic Police General Headquarters at Buluk. General Atem urged the Traffic Police to respect their seniors and follow their orders for the success of their work. Atem directed the traffic personnel to change their attitudes towards road users.
Anna, to be very honest with you, they are going to be bukas. One among the environment before
is washanita munazim uinta yao yani ambassador bita police ishara inta lazim كافلان واسع تتحمل أي حاجة يقولوا حاضر.
The Director General of the National Traffic Police, Major General Con John Accord, warned the officers to keep away from politics.
أنا لا أنصحكم كإدارة مرور شرطة السودان أنه
Jore and SPLM chairperson in the state appeals to the party members in East State to turn up for the endorsement of President Salva Kiir in January 2024. Governor Emmanuel Hadil Anthony urges Central Equatorial State SPLM members to welcome their colleagues from Eastern and
the high-level committee for the endorsement of Comrade General Salva Kiir Mayardit as the SPLM flag bearer for the 2024 general elections.
All his lives in the service of the people of South Sudan. The man who dedicated his lives in the liberation of the people of South Sudan.
On behalf of the SPLM members in the entire state, in Central Equatorial State, SPLM members in Central Equatorial State to turn out in the big numbers for that great occasion.
Nile State as
numbers for that great occasion.
Nile State as a result of climate change.
We call for this press conference to update our public members of the SPLM, the Upper Nile region. Of course, you have been following the announcement that was put in the social media and in our SSBC that the endorsement of our chairman in Upper Nile region was set to be on the first week of December. That was the date that we have set for the rally to take place. The high-level committee met and came up with the new position regarding the endorsement rally of our chairman, and has contributed negatively to the road networking that connects some parts of the
crossing to Pibor administrative area, where 300 youth have graduated after completing 6-month training in computer, tailoring and welding, among other life skills. Speaking at the event, the area's Education Minister John Kaka commended partners for empowering young people. This, according to John Wood,
of the learners in Pibor with different skills. And I'm asking SOL, together with education partners, to continue encouraging the youth of GPA for different skills.
في التنشيط بتاع النسوان، وكل النسوان برضه يكونوا عارفين ان هم اللي ما قدروا عندهم حاجات بيستفيدوا منهم، ما قدروا برضه بيكونوا كويس، ما قدروا برضه بيعرفوا يعملوا حاجه كويس، لازم نشكر النظامات وبرضه.
And senior
في الأوروبات ملكال بكون أتيش الولايات، لأن دايرين ملكال ده يكون أول بتاع ولايات، وعندنا ثقة فيكم أنتم. تركز
Addressing students at the Busiri National Secondary School, the Deputy Governor of Western Baragazal State, Zakaria Joseph Garang, appeals to students' mental abilities and focus on good academic papers.
906 دي الناس اللي هيجلسوا امتحانات اليوم. الطالبات حوالي 557، الطلاب حوالي 1776، فده عدد كبير جدا. التوتال كله 2319 على مستوى بتاع ولاية البويرات، فنحن سعيدين.
At Kwajok National Secondary School, Warab State Minister of Education Ashil Malay warns the students again involving in examination malpractice and security personnel to reduce examinations irregularities.
If you cheat, you will cheat knowing that you did. He's always suspicious of what he or she has done. And that's why we encourage you to be very
female who sat for senior 4. Last year it was only 1 female, but today we have increased by 16 at least. So we are going on. And I think by next year we will have more. And we have introduced something that.
And I also don't want to ring the bell of those who cheat. I want to ring the bell of those who are determined, committed, and love their nation to pass. I want to ring this bell here in this center, not to see any single one of you to fail.
Thursday, 14 December, will mark the end of the academic year 2022-2023. For SSBC News,
69 are girls, 1,022 are boys, and as the state minister, I have confidence in me. The way you are seeing them, they are smart, which shows that their mind is also smart.
Back in Juba, where Governor Emmanuel Hadil Anthony inspected examination centers in Juba, speaking at Superior Secondary School, the State Minister of General Education and Instruction, Seriso Zakri. And that story brings us to the end of our news. From me, Abraham Aken, and the whole team here, we thank you all for watching, and don't forget to join my colleague Ajagayak with the Arabic news at 9 p.m. Bye-bye.